Okay, here I am with another boring purchase. Yeah, and the first time I heard the boring comment was with the Canon R5, and the second time I heard the boring was the 24 to 70, the RF 24 to 70. And I don't have a shoot with this today, but I have shot with it, and I picked it up specifically for events and weddings and that kind of thing. And I know the 28 to 70 is out there, and but getting rid of the price altogether, if they were the same price, I still would have purchased this lens, the boring one, because of the size and weight. An extra pound on this would just be murder. When you say, oh, well, the lens is 3 pounds, but then you add the camera that's 2 pounds and the flash that's 1.5 pounds, that's 6.5 pounds you're carrying around for 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day if it's a short one. I'm sure the young ones can do that, but I can't. And the f2 gain for me in this scenario, it just doesn't mean anything. Now I have the 51.2 that I probably will take to an event as well, so I'll have literally one lens in my bag and this one, and it's all I need with a good flash. And my backup camera, of course, I don't carry 2 cameras at a wedding. I just throw the backup camera in the bag in case I need it, because I'm not a 2-camera shooter. I just want to shoot and be comfortable and get great shots. So, to reiterate the lens selection for many of you, I want to be able to purchase the gear that I want for me and for my own personal use, and this is not it. I love the camera, I love the system, I love the lens, but for a job, I need something that's going to do the job. I know the appeal of the artistic look and all that, and there are many photographers out there that can shoot on a Leica manual focus rangefinder camera and nail it 99% of the time because they're that good with it. And if I was one of those people, I would be using that for every job. But it would have to be the M11 because of the, there's only one card slot in a Leica, and I will never shoot a wedding with a camera that has one card slot. I've had cards go too many times. Anyway, getting back on track here. For this to be my one and only for the entire wedding, without this breaking down and having to go to another body, this is everything to me. It's more important for me to get the shot. It's more important for my clients for me to get the shot. And I love the 1.2, don't get me wrong, the 51.2 for that bridal shot is the only thing I'm going to use it for. I hear all the time, well, you need that 1.2 or 1.4 in low light. You do, but when we're talking weddings or events, there's rarely one person in that photograph. There's always 2 or 3 or a group. And, shooting at 1.2, well, the bride's in focus, well, her eye is in focus. And unless the groom is on the exact same plane as that bride, he's going to be out of focus, period. Or vice versa. So I know the whole appeal of the 1.2 and blowing out everything, but in the real world for real events, I can't make people out of focus all the time. I do love the look of the 1.2 or the 1.4, don't get me wrong, but in reality, when I'm shooting every aspect of this wedding, minus just the bride herself, 2.8 is it for me. I mean, this will do everything I needed to do with a little flash on top of here. I don't need anything else for the entire day, and that's appealing to me. Now again, personal work, I'd throw the 51.2 on here for that one individual and do portraits all day, but I'm still going to stop that down because I don't want everything blown out. A lot of times I want to see where I'm at and the environment I'm in to give some context to the photos. And for Instagram, that's great. It's Instagram. make everything blurry, except for an eye and you know, a centimeter behind that. But you know, in the real world, and especially like I see a lot of these photographers that want to be fashion photographers, and you know, they're shooting at 1.2. You're not going to do that again in the real world, because the brands want their clothing shown. They want to see the texture of the clothing. They want to see it in focus from front to back. You know, you can't shoot at 1.2 for fashion. It's just not done. And you'll see the environment. And again, 2.8. Now, I did look at a couple of reviews after I purchased this, because I just don't care about the reviews before. It's a lens. It's a 24-70. It's everything I need. It's a decent weight. You know, it's still heavy, but it's still a decent weight. And I think there was a 70 millimeter that was slightly soft in the corner. I shoot in a 4x3 format. The corners aren't even there. So, you know, again, looking for that perfection, I would have killed for this lens way back when, for this kind of sharpness and build quality, everything. But I just want you to just realize that, you know, no matter what system you're on, if you're on Fuji or Nikon or Canon, it doesn't matter. You know, you need the lens for the job. Yeah, it may be boring to some YouTubers who claim to be photographers, but for real photographers that do real jobs, that need to get the real photos, yeah, this is a must. You know, and it doesn't have to be this one. I mean, I shoot my 50 and I stop it down at 2.8 or 5.6, and it works great. But I wanted the versatility of this. And for me, you know, having a versatile lens like this, and I don't have to run around as much at my age, you know, it's not going to take down my artistic photos or make them any less than somebody using, and myself included, a prime, because I swear by primes. I love them. But having this without having anything else, maybe a battery in my pocket at later times in the event where things aren't critical and I don't need that backup camera right next to me, this is fabulous. I'm going to enjoy shooting with it. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I got nothing else. Anyway, haven't seen you for a while, so not that I can see you anyway. I'm on a video and you're watching me.